It's like us again, the magic four.
The Magic Four. We're recording this anyway, so thanks for taking the time to come into us. I've started the recording, and today we're going to be going through how to create an irresistible lead magnet in 30 minutes or less. And I've put in brackets there, no tech skills required. Which, hey, if I can use the pieces I'm going to show you, then I think most of us will be able to. And if I can't, I just refer to Vito. He's our expert here on the call today. So with me, I've got myself, obviously, and I've got Nikki. Nikki's joining us again, as always. Do you want to say a few words, Nikki?
Yeah, good to be back on the call. Right. So when Andrew was showing me the ease of this software earlier today, I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? So for un-artist people like myself who can't really, I need to hire designers to do stuff for me. I can't do it myself. This tool really will kind of help you put a lead magnet together in like literally 30 minutes, as Andrew was saying. Hey, so the key thing with lead magnets is you're going to need lots of them. So the quicker you can get them up, the better. You don't need to have like a full encyclopedia for people to download. They just want quick tools that they can use on a regular basis. And Canva is an easy way to do that. So I'll let Andrew continue on with the teaching part of this lesson.
Yeah, so what I've done, guys, I've broken it down into two stages. Excuse me. The first stage, I'll just go through the reasons why we need lead magnets, what they are, etc. And then we'll go live, and we'll go through elements of how to quickly put something together. Then I'll get feedback from the guys on the call, and then we'll look at setting some targets of putting some your own lead magnets into play so that we can look at generating awareness, generating interest. So basically what we're covering here is, as I say, what a lead magnet is and why we all need, well, one minimum, but as Nikki says, ideally we want to build a library of them so that we can rotate through depending on the offers that you're promoting at the time. Where it fits into your client value optimization process, or CVO, I've got an image to show you what I mean by that. Essentially, it's your sales funnel on that side of things, some fancy terminology. The importance of traffic temperature, and again, I've got some graphics to explain what I mean by that. The ideas, as I say, I've got a list of potential ideas for you to steal and to run with. And then finally, as I say, we'll look to go live. As Nikki said, we're going to use and show you Canva and some quick hacks that we are able to do. And as I said, we're not experts. When we need an expert, we'll go to Vito, or as I said, we'll use D as well, who's on our team. So lead magnets. So basically, a lead magnet is there, as the image shows, to attract prospects to you, to have them hold their hand up and say they're interested to learn what you've got to offer. It's an irresistible bribe, and the problem a lot of people make is that, you know, there's no exchange of value in that. You know, the prospect is giving you their contact information, which is a significant step that they take. In return, we want to be able to give them significant value, that we can start that relationship process, get an element of trust, give them something that they can actively use, but we're not giving them, you know, everything. We're not so that it leaves them wanting to know more, and that's where your follow-up process will come into play. But a lot of the time I find that people are struggling. They'll throw out an offer, and I'm thinking of Facebook here in particular, where they'll throw ads up and then they wonder why they're spending significant amounts of money, but they're not getting the return. They're not getting leads or prospects into their funnel. And there's a number of reasons for that, but one of the reasons is that they don't have a compelling enough lead magnet, or they don't have a lead magnet, full stop. So as I say, it's the first step in what we call the client value optimization process.
Andrew, I can't see the slide deck at the moment.
Oh, can you? All right, why not?
Yeah.
Let me see. that's my fault, obviously.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. Sorry, guys. So basically, yeah, let me move the camera out of the way. So basically, it's the first step in our client optimization process. So what is that? Basically, as I say, it's your sales funnel. So as the image shows at the top of the screen here, the traffic that we generate is going to come from a number of sources. More often than not these days, you see a lot coming from social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc., etc. But what we want to be focusing on as well is getting some good original content, be it video, be it written, be it audio, that can go onto your web page, because we don't own the traffic that's on social media. We have access to it, but if something happened, we lose that connection with those individuals. Now, that's changing somewhat with Facebook, because obviously Facebook Messenger and the Messenger bots and being able to collect a contact list on there to a degree. But what we want to be doing is building our own list. We've said many times before, and we will continue to say, that we want to build our own list. The money is in the list, and that's where we can enhance the relationship that we have with individuals. And we can do that by directing people to our blog page. At the bottom of each blog page, there'll be a call to action, or certainly a form where you can collect more details from that person, inviting them to have a chat with you about the specifics or whatever particular offer you have at that time. With the blog as well, we can get it optimized. We use WordPress, and WordPress has a free plugin called Yoast. That's Y-O-A-S-T, SEO. And that analyzes each post you do, telling you if the headline's good enough, if the keywords are in the content enough. And it gives you a traffic light system of feedback, so that you're looking to get as many green lights as you can. If there's any red lights, they need addressing. And in doing that, it's a simple, fairly straightforward process that we can get as well of optimized post as we can. So over time, that time being 8, 12, 16 weeks plus, it's going to get optimized within the search engines, i.e. the likes of Google, so that people are going to find you organically by typing in the particular phrases that you use. And of course, we're running a webinar, so webinars are a great, or workshops, of course, if you're doing it live, are a great way of generating traffic, as are building strategic alliances or joint ventures. So they're your traffic sources. And then the first port of call should be your lead magnet, giving something of value, something that's a low barrier to entry, where someone can learn, find out how to solve a solution, but without, having to pay to come in. That comes as we build that relationship through the follow-up sequence that follows on that side. So that's the CVO, but the lead magnet is at the top of that, at the top of your sales funnel.
Think about it like this, guys. Think about it. Have you ever been to a shop? Think about offline stuff. What gets you in the door? That's what you're trying to create with a lead magnet, is something to get you in the door, right? That's kind of one of the hardest things to do. Once people are normally in the door, they buy, right? They're in a much better position to become a customer or a client. So just go back on when you go shopping and think about what gets you in the door. Normally, if it's not a place that you've been shopping before, it's going to take some type of offer or some type of bait or a lead magnet to get you in. Once you're in there, you can have a look around, see whether it's for you or not. And normally, if it is for you, then you'll continue to buy from that shop. It's no different online.
No, perfect analogy, for sure. Okay, so the next point, once we understand the importance of having a lead magnet, it's important that we phrase it to the right person. So who are we talking to? Because there's three types of potential prospect. There's the cold prospect who may, as it says at the top there, they may be unaware that they have a problem to begin with, or they may have realized that there is a problem. They're unaware at this stage that there's a solution out there, and that solution is you. So the message we convey to them is really awareness, making them aware of the problem, making them aware that there's a solution, and making them aware of you. The second one, warm, is now they're aware, they're also aware of the solution. They're in that deciding factor, in that deciding standing, where they're just wondering, are you the right solution for them? Or is there somebody else, as a competitor that might be able to help them as well? So they're in that decision-making phase. Then at the hot, they're product aware. They've made that decision that they're going with you. It's the product they want to invest in, and they're good to go. They become your raving fans. So they're the three audiences that we have to be aware of. Now, when it comes to traffic temperature, just to describe that a bit more, I like this image of the thermometers. So you've got the cold; those people never heard of you before. The cool, where they are aware of you, might be considering using you. The warm is, in this instance, perhaps you've had them in for a free trial. I know Vito on the call has had clients coming in on a free or low cost entry point into his programs. So they're getting to experience what you have. And both Nicky and myself are huge fans of that try before you buy, because there's no better way to start that relationship. You get a gauge of them. They get to see what you're about. They get involved. And then it leads to the question, what next? But let's have a sit down. Let's chat about your specific requirements, and then we can guide you to what we believe in our expertise is the best option for you. And then hot, they're generally already clients. They're raving fans. No matter what product or services you look to bring out, or supplements or clothing or whatever, they want to be part of it. They're buying it, so you're generating additional revenue spend from your existing fans and clients.
Free trials are definitely a good lead magnet and lead bait, but sometimes you can almost have a thermometer of lead magnets, right? So if a lot of people are scared to have a free trial, you might need to build a relationship with them before that, especially if you're trying to create leads online, when they don't know you. I found it much easier to create leads offline. So if you go out and actually meet people or network, it's much easier to get them straight into a free trial than it is to find someone online to come in for a free trial, right? You get a lot of time wasters online, and it's simply because they don't know you enough. They don't know you enough. If you've actually met someone, let's say at a networking group, and offer them a free trial, they're much, much more likely to jump into the free trial. So the free trial is definitely a good lead magnet or a bait to get people in the door. But like as Andrew said, who was that?
I don't know. There was a crack on. There was a crack on the line there.
So as Andrew's going to show you, to get, because it is valuable to get leads online, no doubt. There's a lot more people online. It's just trying to filter them out as you move them along your sales funnel.
I can add a bit regarding that. So when you're trying to get the leads, it takes time to build the confidence online even. So let's say when I was starting and I was contacting people from Facebook, I wouldn't reply. And now I have the same people who are texting me, because they see all the reviews that's on my Facebook page, and some of our friends might have gone. So after 1 year, we wouldn't come even for 2 weeks. And then now they're texting me first, but they want to come because it's you build something, I don't know what it's called, reliability.
You build trust. Yeah, you've built trust, right? When they first entered your, let's say, funnel, they didn't really know you in it, but over the period of a year, they kind of researched you, studied you, looked at everything, and they've built a level of trust that they're ready to call you. And that's, you know what, this is the thing about the know, like, trust principle, you know, and that hasn't changed. Facebook ads has changed the way we can get leads and stuff, but it hasn't changed the trust building process. And that's why it takes a little bit of time to build that trust. You know, like I said, like you said, 12 months. I would say that's about standard. That's about normal, right? So it's just, if you did 12 months worth of work, then every month you're going to get people coming in the door because of last year's work, if that makes sense, right? And really, that's how it is. It does take a little bit of time to get to that level. But you've always got to generate new leads on the front end, because it's going to take them 3, 6, 12 months to get through, right? But you create a pipeline then, right? You create a pipeline of people that already trust you. So you constantly then get a flow of free trials, which hopefully should lead to conversions into paying clients.
Yeah, for sure. And I think about the times we're working with clients where a client has significant success. I say in January, seeing that we're still in January, suddenly everyone's asking, what have you done? What's that magic bullet that you've done to achieve that success this month? As we should know by now, there's no magic bullet. It's about putting the hard yards in and being consistent with the work, as Vito has said. He's very consistent with getting good quality content out there to prospects and to his audience. But the key is the reason they had success is in line with what Nikki said. It's the work they've done in the months prior to that leads up to that. People have seen the pieces up until a certain stage where the time is right for them to take that action, be it the doctors told them that they've got high cholesterol, or they're overweight and they're pre-diabetic, or whatever it might be, or it might be their partner saying, look at you whatever, or they see a photo of themselves, they've had a holiday, and they think, oh my God, and that prompts them to take that action. That falls in line with seeing your content you've created, and it's that perfect mix where they then take the necessary action, which is to contact you. Okay, so lead magnet ideas. Again, we're recording this, and I've got a PDF copy of this, so you'll have these to hand. But I believe, and there's a checklist I've put together as well. Back in the day, extensive, 15, 20 page plus ebooks were the rage, and they were successful. Everyone's too busy to read them now. And I don't know about you, I'll continue to download things, but it'll go and sit and fill up my desktop or in Dropbox or something. So the key is making it readable, quick to absorb, and quick to implement. So things like a 5-day detox or a 3-day metabolic jumpstart, it's not going to get them results, but it gets them interested, trialing out something and looking to move on. Recorded workshops. So we record our webinars. They could potentially become, for us, lead magnets if we chose. Maybe you do it on fat loss and nutrition. Maybe you're looking at Fit Over 40. Maybe you're looking at the older generation. But if you do a workshop, a live workshop, and you record it on video, then that becomes a significant lead magnet that you can perhaps use. Maybe looking at local area. Vito was talking about his area before we started the call, but maybe you look at the 10 healthiest restaurants or eateries or whatever you might choose, and do highlight what you feel is the healthy option on those particular menus. What you're doing there, you're working alongside and promoting those restaurants, so they may be more open to displaying your content in their restaurants and things as well. Video course on fat loss, again, that could go in line with the workshop. Maybe there's a workout program that you put together, or workout calendar, which somebody can download. They can try at home. You've then got their contact details to follow up with them, find out how they got on. Did they actually do it? If they didn't, maybe they need accountability, and that's where we come in. Come and join our vibrant, happy, fun community where you get all the accountability and support you need. They're quick and easy to use. Maybe you have a session. We've spoken on over the previous weeks about the health MOTs, but maybe you have something like I've termed it there, success session. Get my teeth in on that with you. Throw in maybe a mystery gift with that. Access to private Facebook groups for a particular thing. And again, Vito, I'll bring into this in a second. He's got a private Facebook group for his community. Again, that can play a significant role in positioning you as the expert, giving you a core group to build that trust with, and then it's an easy segue into the programs that you look to offer. Plus, this one in particular goes in line with what the direction Facebook are taking, and that they're wanting and looking for people to promote those groups. Do you want to give a quick piece, Vito, on your private Facebook group?
Yeah, so I have two groups actually. So one group is just for members, and another group is it's called like fitness and weight loss tips. So in my private group for my members, I post only things. I post every day, and the things that were not anywhere else on my social media. So it would be like one would be engagement involving posts. So let's say Monday I would post, I don't know, some challenge Monday, let's say. So this Monday I went for like, what's your 4 best places to visit in Oxfordshire? So it might be restaurants or like I don't know, like castles or stuff like that. So it brings the involvement for other people. So let's say we have Blam Palace and stuff like that. So it involves people's conversation. And then for Tuesday, what I had for Tuesday? For Tuesday I had like to bring as well engagement. So the last series you watch on binge, and you have to answer only by the GIF.
Yeah, so you've got lots of engagement pieces there, which are great. And what I like about that, and again, you get rewarded for it, is that you were area specific with, did you say hotels or castles or something that you said in Oxfordshire? So they're all really good pieces which are going to relate to your target audience. It's a local audience, and it's localized marketing. And that's a key word that we should all consider, because we all have our local markets. And if we focus on localized marketing, that's going to make us realize we have to step away from the computer a lot of the time and get to meet people in the community, business owners, prospects, and so on. Interact face to face, which is a big thing that Nikki is always promoting, that we all do. Last couple here are giveaway or contests, a swipe file. It might be a quiz as well, which people look to use. You got anything to add on that, Nikki?
I had the workout calendar on this. So I was just thinking through when you put that up, think about how many people could do with just planning, right? Planning is a big thing. They don't know what to do. So if you were to create a workout calendar on Canva, let's say, and use that as a freebie, here's your 90-day fitness plan with a calendar with your brand on it. I mean, for a lot of people, they're going to download that. They're not exactly going to be clients, but like it's a foot in the door, right? So I really like that one. And obviously you talked about the health MOT. I mean, the health MOT is a great. If you can get people to take the health, then you'll have all the tools necessary to sell them a fitness program. So I really like them too.
Yeah, but the health MOT, and we talk about the health MOT because I think it's underutilized. It's a forgotten tool that makes a lot of sense because it's based on health, not fitness, as we said last week. I see that you could have it as an initial checklist, and if they and you score that at the very end, and if they only get X amount out of 10, let's say for example, then in the follow-up email, they get the offer to come along to a health MOT and so on. So that's one way that you can maybe use a lead magnet to drive them to that. They do the health MOT, and then that leads them on into one of the programs that you have to look to offer.
I just want to add, let's say on Facebook, if you to build audience, it's very good. Like even to do little.
Oh, have we lost you?
Free PT, and when people has to comment, this is how we become your subscribers. Just by commenting under the page, that's a good thing as well.
Can you say that again, Vito? We just lost you there for a second.
Yeah, so let's say I put the post, so I do a short video from my PT sessions, just training my clients, and then I put, would you like to have a free PT as well? But this post was connected to ManyChat, so they have to comment yes please. When they comment yes please, they automatically become a subscribers in ManyChat, so then I can send them all the promotions through the messenger, which I found the open rate is like 99% compared to the newsletter.
Yeah, we'll be looking at using doing a webinar on the benefits of Facebook Messenger and using tools like ManyChat, because Vito and I have been talking about it. Vito's put it into practice, and as he says, the open rates are significant compared to email and things like that. Right, I'm going to come out of this and go into from presentation mode into live into Canva now. Actually, guys, Nigel, I'll start with you. If you use Canva, do you know what Canva is?
Canva, I've heard of it actually. Yeah, I haven't really used it that much myself. I've looked into it just for images and stuff like that you can use for social media posts, but yeah, I haven't used much of it yet. So
okay, well we've got the pro version because we've got the team, and we look after clients, some clients of marketing pieces as well. So we've got the pro, but there's a lot you can do with the free version. With the pro, you can see here I've put up a post for Tom. It was his birthday. It's his birthday today, so I did a little piece on there. And one of our clients, we've done like a little workout. These particular things work extremely well as posts where you can detail the actual when it fires up. You can put in a workout program that somebody can do at home. And then put your little piece on, but they get a lot of engagement because you can ask them for feedback on how they got on. And Jason, who this is for, he gets, well, he's had I think 3 clients this past month from these little posts that he puts up. It's re-engaged people on that, but that's not what I wanted to show us today. So ping on that. I can see Nikki's multitasking there. So on here anyway, you can all see the screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. So basically what we have in ours, we have our brand. So we can put in our branding colors, our logos, the fonts that we use and things like that, and plus the various logos of the clients that we work with. But basically, what I want to show is how to create a lead magnet in the 30 minutes we've got left. Perfect. Right. So just a quick overview of it. We have different designs. So I generally, for these types of posts you can see here of what we've done, which are the Facebook posts, they're done, I use in the social media section. But there's also, you can see the top favorite ones that they have here. But we have a plus more section here. So if I click on that, that opens up a whole array of different graphic design pieces that we can do. And this turns us into graphic designers. I'm sure Nikki D will disagree, but it gives us, it levels the playing field a little bit. So we can, as a small business owner, we're able to play with the big boys. We're the Salford Cities playing the Man Uniteds and so on and so forth. So you can see here, social media posts, documents, There's ebooks and things here, and various marketing materials. What I want to show is here, if I scroll up, first of all is, I'll quickly go into magazine cover, because in here when I click, and it's the same with any of these elements in here, Canva has templates that you can use, and then just, if you can use Word, then you can recreate these elements yourself. So there's a whole heap of different types of things. Most of them are free. Some of them will be there'll be a small charge, but it's like $1 a piece. And there was one in particular I just wanted to, if I can find it, scrolling down and down. It was more fitness based. I think it was a runner's one. God, the police are after us again, Nikki. The joys of living in Brixton. Right, there's this runner one. So if I find one, I click on it, and it opens up, and I'll make this a bit bigger so you can see. Scroll down. So we've got an image here. I might not like that particular image. So if I click on the image, I can delete the image, and it goes. I can go into, and I can upload any photos I particularly like myself. So I've got this one here inside a studio. If I click on that and just drag, it suddenly becomes, I can drag that down a wee bit, make sure it's at there. I'm suddenly creating a fitness-based magazine if you wanted, or it could be a flyer, or it could be whatever. I can then go and let's put L180.
Ooh, I lost you.
Can you hear me? Vito, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's all good.
Is it just Nikki that can't hear us?
I think his internet is not very good.
So as you can see here, any of these elements I can change. I might change the color of the font. I can change that to Elite. Whoops.
Makes it look so professional, so easy, right?
Yeah, so that needs to come down a wee bit in size. So, oops, it's gone up in size. I won't spend too much on here, but you can see you just click the various elements. You can add in what you want, but suddenly we've gone from it being a runner's basing to a professional looking magazine that you can put out with your own branding and stuff on. When you want to add a page, you just click, here. It's going to actually hit the wrong place. Then I can go back into layouts again, and then I can pick, let's say I was going to do the contents page. Again, I click on it. It opens up in a second or two, the contents, and then you just manipulate again. So again, you can clear that image. You can go into any image that you may have uploaded. Let's feature Tom, shall we? Put Tom in there. And then we might have a case, let's say case study, member of the month or something in here, let's say on there. So Nigel, does this show you the power of what you can potentially do in Canva?
Yeah, no, it looks very good actually. Yeah, it looks pretty easy to use as well.
Obviously, we're not going to have 35 pages, but we could have. But this shows that we can have, you can save this as a PDF, send it to your printer, and you've got a strong looking piece. You don't need to have a graphic designer on that side of things. Okay, and then if we want another page, we just add. And I would suggest that maybe one of the pages is let's see if we've got something here where. I'll pick that one, but we would have a call to action or something on the back, and again you could change all this. Okay, so that's one area I particularly like in Canva, where we can create Actually, Vito, we could have created the if it was just you and I doing it, we could have done your magic brochure in here. We had Dee to assist us with the software she uses, but you can see that there's a lot you can particularly do in here. So does this give you ideas then, Nigel, of what you could perhaps create as a lead magnet?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Is there an area for, like, if you want to do an ebook cover, a cover for an ebook, can you do that as well?
Yeah, I believe there is. If I come back into, I need to leave this. Let's. Yeah, we don't need to save it. I scroll down, so I think that's in. Yeah, we are, book cover. So again, click in there. For people who are more adept at using this sort of thing than I, you could start from scratch and just build out from here using text element. There's various elements in here and things. So there's free photos. If I click on that, it gives you access to photos that are free. You can search. There's over 1 million images in here. So I'll just put Jim, see if Jim comes up. So you can see there's various images. These images that are paid, it costs $1 per image for a single use. So it's really affordable. So in answer to your question, yes, there is ebook covers. What I particularly like as well, and this goes in line with something that's quick, easy, and something of value to an individual, would be infographics. I don't know if you know the term infographic, but they're huge on the likes of Pinterest and things like that. Vito, have you used an infographic or created an infographic before?
No, I haven't used it. I know about them, but I never used it.
So again, you can see these are generally longer in length. But if I scroll down here, you can see the various types of ones that they have in play. I'll just scroll up because this one is more fitness based. Again, if I'll make it larger, you might find, and this isn't always the case, that you're good to go, that you look at this and think, hey, I like this. It makes sense. It's the message that I relay to people. And then you might just change the call to action at the bottom. You can change the color schemes to fit in with your corporate color. Let's say for us, that would bring in the blue. Click on the lifestyle there. Whoops. Make that our corporate blue again. Change this to let's get it in bold lifestyle. So you can say and then lifestyle 180. Let's call it fitness. We're going to set lifestyle 180 fitness up in Oxford. We're going to smash it, Vito. You've got real competition now. And there we might choose to put our logo. So if I go to uploads, we've got a place for our logos. Let's find our logo there. Right, let's come down here. So just make that a little smaller. So I just drag. I can bring this up to the top here. Oh, I picked the wrong color because obviously it's not going to pick out then. So let's put it there, and it lines things up for us. So let's say there. So you can see now it's becoming branded. And as I said before, any of these elements we can cut them out. We can paste. is just like using Word. These elements, these are picture elements. So if we wanted to change them, again, you would go to your uploads. You would come into, where are we? Uploads. Find an image, or you can search for, I wonder if it's got heart rate monitor.
It's pretty simplistic, isn't it, to get something out there as a lead magnet, whether it's online or offline.
Yeah, so it is. So hopefully this, guys, is giving you some insights into that sort of thing. So Vito, does this give you renewed enthusiasm to have a look and give this a go and look to create something within Canva?
Like all the graphics that I do for promotions, I use Canva. I use Canva, I don't know, long time ago already. Let's say when I was doing my landing pages, so I used Canva just to write on the picture, you know, and they give you like the suggestion of fonts that looks very well. So like Facebook group covers everything is like, but obviously like always I was using probably 20% of possibilities that is in there.
Yeah, and that's why I really wanted to show this as a quick and easy solution for non-techie people to get something that's visibly appealing, professional looking, quick and easy to absorb. Because something like this, again, which is on point, on branded, using your colors and that, you know, it's that first entry point. It gives some good quality information. And because that person has traded their name and email address and potentially phone number in exchange for this, it gives you that opportunity to then follow up. Hey, how did you find it? You may also be interested in this, this, and this, and they're on your email list or in your Facebook Messenger list for you to follow up with then to enhance the relationship.
Guys, where do you think, I'm going to put heads out, right? Based on what Andrew's just shown us, right? What's the quickest way you could get something together, and where would you put it out into your marketplace to attract people into your funnels? Nigel, I'll start with you because you're in the gym. What could you do to help people? What is it the gym members would want most from an infographic?
Yeah, I'd say just general education, like maybe, you know, stuff on, for the gym members, I'd say stuff on like fat loss. So an educational infographic that has, has some just general tips on fat loss.
Yeah, that'd be great. What about yourself, Vito?
I'm thinking like I want to build, like we talked with Andrew, the referral card, because referral, this is what works for me. So already I have Andrew send me an example, so probably going to build it on Canva, like to give some reports by according to amount we refer the people. So let's say for one, I don't know, PT session, for two people, something else and something else. And also I was thinking to do, so to build like a greeting package. This is what I was thinking, you know, like a little folder and like put some home workouts and stuff like that to look like more professional. So when someone joins, you just give them like little branded cardboard folder, you know how they do it, and then it's like a couple like home workouts, like greetings, contract, keep all the documents together so it looks like more professional.
Yeah, they're both great things, man. They're both great things. The key is to take action as soon as possible, get started and do little bits every day. Otherwise it will get left behind, right? But both of what you said, both of you will work. You know, you just got to get out there. Just one thing, you've got to get an email in exchange for whatever you're giving out, you know, unless it's like, obviously with the welcome pack is different. That's more service based, but with trying to generate leads, it's like, Nigel, if you're in the gym and you are giving this away, it's like, you need to figure, okay, how do I get an email in exchange for this bit of information or this infographic? Because that's when the real marketing starts, right? For lack of a right? That's when you have to dance with the person to try and convince them to become a client, right?
For you now, Joe, I'd be looking at, certainly for let's say one of the flyers, for example, that promotes your health MOT idea that you were looking at. for Vito, I would be looking at gift certificate, or the business card is probably slightly too small for your referral card. But if I click on the gift certificate, again, it comes up with a whole host of potential templates that you can look to use and recreate from there to make it yours, make it branded for Weights for Soul. But what I really wanted to show you today, guys, was, as I say, was that Canva is an awesome tool. You know, it's one of my favorite tools. But where a lot of people forget is this little plus button here, the more, because they just generally see that, yeah, I can do a social media post, or I can do my Facebook cover. They don't go exploring more in depth, and it's just that plus button, and then it opens up the whole suite of things. Plus, it's got a really, let's see if I can find where it is now. They've got a good tutorial section as well. And I'm just trying to think, because we've got the on the free version, it's generally down near the bottom here where it would say help tutorial, and then you can go into that side of things. But yeah, that's what I really wanted to make sure that people were aware of where these pieces were. Plus, another thing is you can actually make from scratch. Again, this looks. You can set custom dimensions if you're that well inclined, but that's beyond my pay grade, so it's not something that I'd be looking at doing. I'm just looking at taking advantage of what's here on for us to use. Right, let me quickly pull. Where is it? It's not what I want. There, so I'll grab this. So what I've put, and I'm going to share it with you guys as well, and again, for you attending, I'll email this to you. Everyone else will have to go and download it from the membership site. So I'll put a simple lead magnet worksheet and checklist together for you. So basically, can you see the screen okay?
Yeah.
We've got the title, a brief description of what you're looking to, what promise you're looking to get to the individual, so you can clarify exactly what you're looking at doing, what value you're delivering to the end user. An outline of, again, this is a tick sheet really, of what the particular lead magnet's going to be. Is it going to be a report or a guide, or maybe it's going to be a resource list or a toolkit? It could be a video training or whatever. So you've got those elements, and then it comes down to an 8-point lead magnet checklist. The key is that we're ultra specific. You know, it's like any marketing. If we're too vanilla or if we're too broad, it's not going to attract the target client base that we're after. It needs to be ultra specific, giving them a solution on that side. Again, and this is where ebooks fall down. They try and give everything, and as it says here, everybody wants a magic pill, silver bullet. So make sure that you just deliver one big promise, that the lead magnet is focused on one area, so that you can deliver that to them and leave the person, after they've read it or absorbed the information, you're leaving them feeling that they've got value, but they're looking for more, and more comes in the follow-up that you do to them. Make sure it speaks to a knowing desired end result. So making sure that you know what your market really wants. You know, there's times when we think we do, but that's where we need to ask our clients, you know, where can we help you? Where are we dropping the ball, and that, because those conversations, and this is where surveys can come into their very own and be so valuable, is that we can get feedback from our clients to find out exactly what they want. Then you can create it and deliver it to them. That's, you know, I've made the mistake in the past many years ago where I created a product. it was based around the Isle of Man TT races. It was a piece of memorabilia. I thought it was awesome. Everyone said it was great. No one bought it. You know, it wasn't what they wanted. So if we know ahead of the time, then we can go and create it. And using Canva, as you've seen, we can quickly put something together. So I just muted myself there. A cough is coming on. It's important it's got immediate gratification, you know, that let's say somebody sat, they're bored at the office, wanting, thinking, right, I feel sluggish, I need to go and do a workout, but I don't know what to do. They find your post, they find your workout, they download it, they take it home to do at home, they take it to the gym or whatever. They're able to get that piece from it. You've got them on your mailing list now. Again, the fortune's in the follow-up, as we say. Shifts the relationship, you know, because once we've got these people, again, they've gone through the process where they're now aware that there's a solution. They're trialing you, in essence, because they're absorbing the content you've relayed to them through the lead magnet. So now they're pre-framed to listen to what you've got to say. Sit down and have a chat with you in a consult. Come and have a trial of your services in your studio or in the gym with you, and then it leads to the what next question, where you look at the longer term plan. But it's an important shifter in the relationship process. As you can see, I'm sure you would agree that there's high perceived value in the quality of what we can produce using tools like Canva. And I've seen so many times when someone's got some great content, but their graphic design skills aren't great, and they don't get the leads they want, because first impressions count. And if we're not playing the A game, you know, we're not up in the Premier League, then, you know, they're going to think that we're amateurish, and they're going to look elsewhere. So high perceived value is important. First impressions count. Perceived at high actual value as well is important. And then finally, as I said, we want rapid consumption. We're all busy. We all lead busy lives. We don't have time to read long, extensive ebooks anymore. It needs to be a couple of pages in size, so that it can be absorbed, consumed quickly, and then, as I say, it's the follow-up that counts for us in the process. Right, waffled on a bit there. Have you got anything to add on that, Nikki?
You know what, I would just say is you just got to guys, just create something, get on with it, create something, get it out there, because you don't know what's going to work. You have to test a few lead base to see what works. I'll give you an example. So in my fitness business, I tested out a 2-week free trial, a month free trial, free session, health MOT, and for me, I found the 2-week free trial worked the best, right? But it was only after tested everything else to see which one worked better for my business, right? Now, it might be the same for you, it might be different, but you have to test, right? You have to let your business be your best teacher, you know, not no book or anyone else's. You listen to what your business is telling you. Everyone's different. So the quicker you create it, the quicker you fail, the quicker you get to success, right? So after this call, quickly jot something down and get on with it. Get it going. Get something in the kitchen moving. Do you know what I mean? And that's what creates success, right? Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Just get to work and fail fast, and that's the way to success.
Yeah, I'm going to open up, once I've loaded this into the member site, guys, I'm going to open up a thread within the Facebook group to get you to commit to outlining what lead magnet you're going to create. We'll look at setting some SMART goals around it, and then we can, as a group, we can help hold each other accountable to get things done. Any final questions, Nigel?
No, at the moment I'm actually working on a lead magnet myself. It's going to be a small kind of ebook for my gym. So it's called a Beginner's Guide to Training at Gym Plus, the gym that I work at. So I'm hoping that will kind of just get me some email addresses and stuff like that as well.
What a great idea. This sets you apart then, that you're putting together this content. What I recommend as well, pop that into the group so that we can see it and we can critique it for you, so we can really nail it to make sure that it's the best possible piece for you. And I'll say that to everyone that's listening to the recording as well, is that let's use the power of the group to help critique and to own our own areas and stuff. But nice work. What about you, Vito?
I have like my lead magnet is a free workout, like video and PDF file that people can download. And I don't know now. I need to think of something else. Maybe some ebook as well. I don't know. It's like everybody does ebooks, so I think the home workout is not bad. I don't know. I need to think for something new.
For me, if it was me, the infographics are huge because we don't see too many of them. But if I was doing it, I'm with what Nikki said. That workout calendar as a one-page thing for, like, let's say for the next month, that would be huge, and it could be.
So it would be like very easy. Like I would create landing page, again email, and then download your workout calendar, and workout calendar would be attached file. Okay, cool.
That's what I would go for sure. Awesome. Well, any final questions?
Actually, I had one more question, guys, as well. Just I was wondering with landing pages, because I probably need a landing page for this as well. What's the best kind of software? Is there anything kind of relatively cheap but still kind of professional looking, or?
Well, the best one out there is certainly ClickFunnels, in my personal opinion. That's probably not the most expensive, but it's around 90. I think it's $97 a month. What was that, Vito? 97?
Yeah, $97.
It's around £79 a month for that. There are others like Lead Pages, which I think are around about 40 quid. I find them a bit more clunky to use. They're popular. And then there's others that you can get free ones, but the danger with free ones is that you'll have advertising, you can't brand it, and of course there's constraints to using them. The free ones are generally you can advance into a paid program with all the bells and whistles. But if you can invest it, I would look at ClickFunnels as an option.
Can I answer this question as well? Till I met you, I already done some research about landing pages. So I had ClickFunnels as well before. So I tried ClickFunnels. It's some page landing. I don't know, Wishpoint. I tried all that. I probably wasted 50 hours, probably 5 days. And then what is another thing? ConvertKit. So Instapage. So from all the best, let's say ClickFunnels as a landing page, they are very good, but just as a landing page software, they are not that good because the conversion rate. I mean, you're not getting for what you're paying, because you're paying like £90 and it's just landing page. You're just collecting info. So for me, I would recommend Lead Pages, which is like £40. This is why I stayed for. It's like £40, I think £38. And it's very easy because pixel drop. So everything changes like we do. ClickFunnels are a bit more difficult to, as a landing page, to adjust, to brand it. So like Lead Pages is very easy. It's drag and drop and you change it there now so you can see what you're changing. And it's like the cheapest option, because like £40, £39, it's not like £90. And if you're gonna use it just for landing page, it's very good. It's very easy. If you have another pop-outs on your landing page, if you do HTML codes, it's just very easy. You just put HTML code and it's just working. ClickFunnels is very good, but for me, I can't justify the price. If you have sales funnel, yeah, that's fine. And so the best of all I tried is Instapage. and elite pages. So Insta page is quite expensive as well, but it has such a good thing like Insta blocks. So it already divides your landing page into the blocks. So it's like you can build the landing page literally in 15 minutes.
What I'll do, Nigel,
just for landing pages, lead pages is the best if you wanted to use just landing page.
Cool. The key with it, Nigel, would be I'll send you some links so you can have a look. It's finding what works best for you, and as Vito says, there's a variety of options, and then it's personal preference really, because no matter what solution you choose, it's got to be one that you're going to use, and you're going to use all of the relevant pieces to make it value for the investment you make. But I'll certainly ping you over some links so you can see.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Cool. Right, guys, we've overrun a wee bit. Nikki, is there anything in final that you want to bring to the table?
No, it's just taking action. That's it. Learning's learning, but action's what's going to make you money, get your business running. So take some action. Cool.
Well, guys, thanks very much for your time on the call today. Hopefully you found it of value again. But as I say, look, Canva's a great tool. So you can do all that I showed you on the free version. So use it and let's see what you can do. I'll open up the thread in the group. So let's see the results of your labors on that, and we can critique and move forward.
All right, guys. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Cool. Take care, guys. Speak soon.
Hey, guys. Thanks.
Bye for now.